Will the guests please rise for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the parading of colors, the national anthem, and the invocation. Captain, United States Navy, arriving. Fleet Readiness Center Southwest, arriving. Commander, Fleet Readiness Centers, arriving. Parade the colors.
Mark time. Left wheel. Whoop. Colors. Halt. Present. Whoop.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Colors. Shoulder. Whoop. Ready to.
Retire the colors.
Colors. Right turn. Whoop. Ready to.
Chaplain Carlson will now deliver the invocation.
Let us pray. Almighty and eternal God, as we gather here now for this change of command ceremony, a ceremony in which a mantle of leadership will be passed from one officer to another, I want to thank you, O God, for gifting and sustaining the lives of both Captain Simmons and Captain Pfannenstein, two exceptional officers who have thus far served our nation with great honor, integrity, and distinction. As each man departs this ceremony to take on new challenges and new responsibilities, Captain Simmons at CNAF and Captain Pfannenstein as the new commanding officer of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest, I pray that you give each man a special measure of strength, of perseverance, of wisdom, of discernment, that each might experience great success and tremendous fulfillment in their new leadership posts. I ask, O now, God, that you bless this ceremony, make it one that is very meaningful and memorable for each man, for their families, and for this exceptional command. I pray this in your mighty and matchless and holy name. Amen.
Guests, please be seated. Side boys, post. Adjutant, place the command at ease. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Simmons.
Morning. Distinguished guests, friends and family, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, morning. Welcome to the Fleet Readiness Center Southwest, change of command. And welcome aboard the USS Midway. Thank you all for coming. We're truly honored to have Rear Admiral Sohl with us today, and it's my pleasure to introduce him. I've known him a long time. He is the consummate aviator and acquisition professional. His bio is in the program, and I do recommend that you take a minute and read it, just not while I'm talking. Admiral Sohl is currently the commander of Fleet Readiness Centers and the assistant commander for logistics and industrial operations. Prior to that, he served as the commander, Naval Air Warfare Center, Weapons Division, as well as the NAVAIR Assistant Commander for Test and Evaluation. He also commanded the Naval Test Wing Pacific. Before that, he was the commanding officer of Fleet Readiness Center Southeast. So he's been in the same shoes that I'm wearing today. Well, not exactly the same shoes, but he knows where I'm coming from. In addition to all that acquisition experience, he's still an aviator at heart, an exceptionally talented and experienced aviator. He served as the commanding officer of the U.S. Naval Test Pilot School. He even managed to somehow, along the way, get a few traps in this ship. But perhaps the biggest challenge of his career has been to try to mentor me. I'm appreciative of his support, and I'm happy he could be here today. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce to you my boss, Rear Admiral Paul Sohl.
Don, thanks for that kind introduction. You know, bios like that you always kind of worry about, because for right now it just makes me feel old. And I see the youngsters of FRC Southwest, and for any of you there, I will trade places in a second to be able to go back in time and to be a part of, because I was the F-18 guy that used to fly off that test line. And it was a dream job for me. It was center barrel number 2. Exciting times, and it's been exciting since then. So good morning, and it's great to be back here at FRC Southwest. We're honored with the presence of several distinguished visitors. Mr. John Johns, Secretary of Defense, Assistant Secretary of Defense for Maintenance Policy and Programs. John, welcome. And welcome back from your extended tour in Afghanistan. It's great to see you, and that partnership between OSD and the Navy and the maintenance world is key. Also, Mr. Dennis West, my deputy, is here, and his wife Erin. So it was great to see you the last couple of days, and we'll get back to PAX over the weekend to keep working. I'd like to welcome back several former FRC Southwest COs, and I'm going to list a couple. I see some out there, all may not be there, but Fred Melnick, Mike Kelly, Jim Woolway I know is out here, Pete Lazich, M. Chenoweth, and Phil Monroe. There's a rich legacy of commanding officers, and I haven't a clue why they stay right here in San Diego, but they do. That's good, because I'm sure they can offer the CO some wisdom and help them along the way. So it's great there, as well as former Southwest CO Captain Smadek Smudge. Welcome, and he will soon retire as well. Thanks for that continued support, Smudge. Welcome to Don's family, Josie, daughter Danielle, son Joshua, and a host of other family members. Welcome. And I'll talk a little about family. So as I look across, because You know, it's the families that early on influence these young men and set them on a path for bigger and better things. And I never want to forget that in changes of command. We talk a lot about military, but it really starts with the family. I'd also like to welcome Tim's family. Cheryl, it is great to see you again. And it's always a pleasure to come out here. And a host of other family members. So thank you for coming out. 2 weeks ago, Tim's mom passed away. And not only our collective prayers headed your way, Tim, I also know something else. I know that Barb is looking down from heaven today, and as proud as she was the day we pinned you captain in St. Cloud, Minnesota, at the VFW, she is as proud of that moment today as you begin to take command, as well as the family and friends that I got to meet at that VFW. They are here in spirit as well for you, Tim. Rounding out the command is Captain Craig Owen. He's the incoming XO. Cynthia and daughter Afton. It's great to see you, Craig O, as well. It's good to see you come all the way from the East Coast back out to the West Coast, and I thank everyone for being here. I'd also like to thank countless people who have worked so hard behind the scenes to make today a success. From the Honor Guard, the Side Boys, the team here aboard USS Midway, other folks that we can see around us, and those who've worked so hard out of the spotlight. That hard work has paid off. Spaces shine, the ship looks great, and your uniforms are perfect. I know that this is a lot of work for a lot of people, and I want you to know that we really do appreciate it. The Midway and the FRC Southwest Honor truly look magnificent. Please join me in recognizing everyone who helped out today. Today we are here to witness a time-honored tradition of the change of command as Captain Tim Pfannenstein relieves Captain Don Simmons. Change of command represents a formal and orderly transfer of authority and responsibility from one commanding officer to another. The passing of responsibility ensures that the command and its shipmates are never without official leadership. It is significant that we observe this tradition here on the deck of the USS Midway. This fine ship's legacy is as glorious today as her power and might were when she sailed the oceans. When she was commissioned a week after the end of World War II in 1945, the Midway was the largest ship in the world. Serving for 47 years, her deck launched and recovered countless aircraft and defended our nation across the globe. Scores of sailors served on her prior to her decommissioning in 1992. Today, we stand in gratitude of their collective service. Among those Midway sailors were Chief Warrant Officer 4 Donald B. Simmons, Jr., the skipper's dad, and Captain Craig Owen, your incoming XO. In fact, I've got 7 traps on her. We did it during the swap out with the Indy, and it was an amazing feat to watch that deck crew operate in what, coming from the Independence to the Midway, is a really tight flight deck. Although it does cause me to have to explain to my children why I land on a museum. That is, again, another thing that makes me feel old. A little more than a year ago, Captain Simmons assumed command of this organization. Through sequestration, budget battles, and government shutdowns, Don and the command team have been keeping the ship steady and delivering outstanding service to our customers, the fleet warfighter. Don's take-care-of-business attitude and stellar leadership ability made him stand out. That was good for him in FRC Southwest, but a problem for me. The other people that took notice, and there were some, to make that happen over here, got their eyes on Don. Vice Admiral Buss, the air boss, sits right over there. We would talk regularly, and one day last year we had a conversation that we didn't normally have. told me that he had an opening on his staff and needed someone of Don's leadership ability to take charge. In fact, he needed Don. I told the Air Boss we could make that happen because Don's tour was going to be up in the spring of 2015 and he was going to be available. And the Air Boss responded, "Great, LJ, I'll see Don here in August of 2014. Don, your expertise in the FRC world will serve you well in your new assignment on the Air Boss staff, especially since you commanded not one, but two very important FRCs, Fleet Readiness Center Southwest and Fleet Readiness Center Westpac. You will be overseeing the outfitting and training of 10 carrier air wings and 11 aircraft carrier maintenance departments to ensure proper readiness levels for deployment all over the world. You are up to that challenge. The Naval Air Force's command mission statement says, among other things, that its mission is to man, train, and equip and maintain naval air forces that are immediately employable forward around the world. We support the fleet and unified commanders by delivering the right force with the right readiness at the right time at reduced cost, today and into the future. If you ask me, that sounds a lot like what we do within the FRC enterprise. Don, your too brief time as CO at FRC Southwest was quite busy. However, you set the tone for excellence, and the FRC Southwest team responded. You led an integrated team of more than 4,200 military and civilian professionals to get the job done, and done well. Don, one of your favorite sayings from Gandhi, who said, "The future depends on what we do in the present." FRC Southwest has helped ensure a better future with its hard work in the present, focusing on the environment and taking care of the Navy team. In 2013, this team won the 2013 SecNav Energy and Water Management Award. You followed that up with the 2014 NavAir Commander's Award for Energy and Water Conservation. And this year, you also received the Commander Naval Air Force Atlantic Retention Excellence Award, meaning the sailors want to stay on the team. Great teams do great things, and FRC Southwest is a great team. The FRC Southwest team saw Don's vision, believed in that mission, and got the job done. Together, you all created your future, and it looks brighter than ever. Borrowing another Gandhi quote, action expresses priorities. For FRC Southwest, your priority is excellence. FRC Southwest is vitally important to the success of naval aviation. You support all aviation maintenance requirements on the West Coast of the United States, in Hawaii, and in Japan. Without FRC Southwest, Navy and Marine Corps aircraft would have to be delivered all the way across the country and around the world. That would be a nightmare, both logistically and economically. In short, we can't do it without you. But why do we do this? Why do we work so hard to support naval aviation? Wednesday night of this week, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs met with the president. Thursday night, last night, you may have seen it on the news, the president announced his authorization for targeted airstrikes if required in Iraq. This morning, at 3:45 our time, it's less than 7 hours ago, who responded to that call? George Herbert Walker Bush and her air wing, dropping laser-guided bombs in Iraq against terrorists associated with the Islamic State. That is what the president needs. That is what we deliver. Don, thank you for your leadership. FRC Southwest is better for you, having been here in command. To the FRC Southwest team, your new CO, Captain Pfannenstein, has been here for a little over a year, so you know him. There is little in naval aviation maintenance that he hasn't seen or done. Naval Aviation celebrates its 103rd birthday this year, and Psycho has been a member of the Naval Aviation team for more than a third of that time. In fact, Captain Pfannenstein donned the uniform of an aviation electronics technician airman recruit 36 years ago this month. He got grease under his fingernails maintaining our aircraft and components at the deck plate level. He earned his way to senior chief petty officer before being commissioned as an ensign. Tim has endured and thrived during a host of challenging assignments ashore and afloat. He served at aircraft intermediate maintenance departments, in program offices at NavAir, and at headquarters. Psycho, you are ready to lead this precious team. You and Captain Owen, our new Southwest XO, will be a great team. Tim told me one of his favorite parts of serving here at FRC Southwest is the people. He loves how you work together to leverage your collective brain power and know-how, bringing people together to problem solve and being results oriented. Warfighters don't care about issues. They want results. And together, you will continue to deliver those results. I'm going to wrap this up by saying I believe that because of the way FRC Southwest serves our customers, our warfighter today, you are poised to achieve even greater things in the future for our Navy and our nation. Don, fair winds and following seas, my friend. The team will miss you, and you'll be very close by at CNAF, continuing to work with the FRC enterprise on our collective mission. Psycho, the responsibility and authority of command are now yours. Be bold. Our fleet needs your vision and leadership. To the shipmates of FRC Southwest, continue making history. The Navy needs your skill, innovation, and abilities today, now more than ever. God bless you all. God bless the Navy. God bless this great country.
Captain Simmons will now be awarded the Legion of Merit by Rear Admiral Sohl. Adjutant, bring the command to attention. Military guests, attention to award. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Legion of Merit to Captain Donald B. Simmons III, United States Navy, for service as set forth in the following citation. For exceptionally meritorious conduct in the performance of outstanding service as Commanding Officer, Fleet Readiness Center Southwest, San Diego, California, from April 2013 to August 2014. Captain Simmons led an integrated team of 4,200 military and civilian personnel in maintenance, rework, and overhaul efforts, which delivered high-quality, timely, and affordable aviation products and services to the Navy, the United States Marine Corps, and joint and foreign forces in support of combatant commanders worldwide. He directed a workforce with an annual budget exceeding $500 million that provided over 4 million labor hours in depot and intermediate level maintenance of 8 Type Model Series aircraft, 3 engine types, and over 90,000 components. He effectively managed both organic and partnered with industrial resources, supporting the production of over 580 aircraft, and provided timely engineering and logistic support to the fleet via the logistics and engineering competencies as the area commander. Additionally, he personally implemented numerous management and business development initiatives that significantly improved the operation and efficiency of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest. By his dynamic direction, keen judgment, and loyal devotion to duty, Captain Simmons reflected great credit upon himself and upheld the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. For the President, signed D.A. Dunaway, Vice Admiral, United States Navy, Commander, Naval Air Systems Command. Not done, sir. Master Chief Cintron will now present a gift from the Chiefs of FRC Southwest. Guests, please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Donald Simmons, Commanding Officer, Fleet Readiness Center, Southwest.
Command at ease. Thank you, Admiral Sohl, for those kind words. It's been my pleasure to serve as the Fleet Readiness Center Southwest Commander. Morning and welcome to the flight deck of the USS Midway. Midway's always been special to me. My father served on the Midway, and my first cruise was on the Midway as well, a Tiger cruise. First and foremost, I want to thank my family. Josie, you are the light of my life. Without you, I would never have become the person that stands before you today. Thank you for always being there. To my wonderful children, Danielle and Josh, thank you for waking up early during your summer vacation to be here on time. Unfortunately, my parents couldn't be here today. However, thank you for the rest of my family, all my aunts and uncles and my mother-in-law. Thank you all for attending. My CO from VS-22, Skipper Pontes, and his wife Karen. Thank you to all family members who traveled to be here, and to all the friends and to all the guests. To all our distinguished guests, Mr. Johns, your presence here is an honor. Thank you.
Sir.
Welcome to Dennis West, who traveled all the way from PAX to be here. I promised better weather, but we're trying. Chaplain, can you help? Welcome to the Commodores and deputies and the current FRC COs and XOs that are here today. Special welcome to the former Fleet Readiness Center Southwest commanding officers. I think there's 7 in attendance today, and by the end of the ceremony, there'll be 8 of us. I'm looking forward to joining that distinguished group. Tim, my friend, thank you for being my XO. Thank you to our OICs, Commander Engel and Commander Savan, and our Command Master Chief Centron. Your leadership made my job easier. Finally, I would like to thank and welcome the wonderfully talented and hardworking men and women of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest. Without you, none of what was accomplished during this tour would have been possible. NAS North Island is known as the birthplace of naval aviation. But what many of you do not realize is that FRC Southwest was right there in the beginning. The command started supporting the warfighter in 1919 as Overhaul and Repair Center and was the birthplace of naval aviation maintenance. Over the last 95 years, FRC Southwest has been a leader in aviation maintenance. Whether it was pioneering the use of a civilian workforce or utilizing watchmaker benches to streamline engine repair, FRC Southwest has always been at the forefront of aviation. From the beginning, we have been known for this innovative spirit, and it has allowed us to achieve greatness. But it has not always been smooth sailing. We all recognize the difficulties the command faced in the recent past. However, we've gone a long way to restoring the great name of this command, and we have proved once again that FRC Southwest is one of the premier depots in the world. Today, we continue to be innovation leaders. We are establishing new capabilities not seen before. Our additive manufacturing division is paving the way to the future by printing tools and parts for aircraft. The environmental team has achieved huge reductions in steam, water, and compressed air usage through its use of innovative techniques. FRC Southwest is the enterprise leader in environmental and energy stewardship. Our incredible team has not simply won awards like the 2014 Nav Air Commanders Award that Admiral Sohl mentioned. They also have a passion for reducing energy usage. That is the type of spirit that has driven us to successfully fulfill our mission. That mission is to deliver responsive maintenance, repair, and overhaul products and services in support of naval aviation and national defense objectives. This has not changed in our 95 years of existence. Those folks that know me know they're going to get a quote from Gandhi at some point while I'm up here. Gandhi once said, "Actions expresses priorities." And I think that applies to what we have accomplished over the last 16 months. Priorities are nothing more than words until action is taken. When I took over as CEO, I stressed the fact that we needed to get back to the basics in order to ensure our success. I demanded strict adherence to our policies, procedures, and processes. The by-the-book maintenance, that is the blocking and tackling of our business. I wanted to focus on improving cost, schedule, and quality of our products, and wanted to make sure we never lost sight of our core values. And that's exactly what the men and women of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest did. They made the priorities I outlined their own, and they took action. Make no mistake, I didn't do it. I simply laid out my vision, provided guidance, tried to remove roadblocks, and got out of the way. It was the men and women of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest that made extraordinary things happen. And the results have been nothing short of extraordinary. In fiscal year 14, we set some specific and aggressive delivery goals. We wanted to challenge you to be the best you could. I'm happy to tell you that we are on track to meet just about all of those goals. We will supply our aviators with more than 40 F-18s when many people outside the command doubted we could even produce 20. We are on track to deliver a total of 20 E-2C2s, 6 AV-8Bs, 10 H-53s, 21 H-1s, over 50 H-60s to our Naval and Marine Corps warfighters. And we are producing components at a rate never before seen here. All of that achieved by the men and women of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest, setting priorities and taking action. It is a tribute to you all that you have accomplished this while dealing with challenges unprecedented in the history of naval aviation. Budget concerns, aging aircraft, the decay in American manufacturing base continue to pose significant hurdles. However, it is my belief, with an enterprise problem-solving approach, combined with the leadership in place and the dedicated and talented employees here, this command will overcome those obstacles and soar like an F-18 and afterburner on an unrestricted climb. It's been my honor and privilege to have served as the 60th commanding officer of Fleet Readiness Center Southwest and to have led the command up to this stage of the transformational journey. It gives me great pride and satisfaction to see how together we have put all the key building blocks in place. I have been inspired and encouraged by so many outstanding and dedicated personnel. I am also humbled to find at Fleet Readiness Center Southwest so many people of all ranks and from all walks of life who share the most extraordinary attitude that nothing gets in their way and nothing is impossible. I am confident that Tim and Craig will continue the command's legacy of greatness, and I will be watching from the sidelines and enjoying every minute of it. Thank you.
Captain Simmons will now read his orders. Adjutant, bring the command to attention.
Buper's orders, 0524, to Captain Donald B.
Military guests, attention.
I'll start over. Buper's orders, 0524, to Captain Donald B. Simmons III, USN. When directed by reporting senior and properly relieved, detach in August of 2014 and report to Commander, Naval Air Forces Pacific.
I will now read my orders. Did you guys hide my orders? Never could find my way around. Buper's orders number 3422 for Captain Timothy H. Pfannenstein, United States Navy. When directed, report to Commanding Officer, Fleet Readiness Center Southwest as his relief. Upon arrival, report to Commander, Fleet Readiness Centers.
Ladies and gentlemen, Captain Timothy H. Pfannenstein, Commanding Officer, Fleet Readiness Center Southwest.
Command at ease. Thank you, Admiral Sohl, for those kind words. And Skipper Simmons, thank you so much for being my mentor and my guidance counselor and the man who helped me stop cussing as much as I used to as a young sailor. And you helped me by charging me every dime it cost to put on this change of command through the cuss cup that was filling up rapidly with quarters every time. Just want you all to know that as we press on with FRC Southwest, we will continue to meet those challenges that DoD has put before us, sir. And because we are surrounded by a team out here, folks, who know how to get her done, as Larry the Cable Guy would say, we won't let you down. We will not let you down. Before I begin, there's some folks I'd like to say thanks to for carrying the water in support of this change of command today, starting with a triad of outstanding lieutenants. They were responsible for coordinating and executing this incredible ceremony aboard this magnificent warship. And I want to talk about them today. First, Lieutenant Jeff Tomazeski, who's standing out there, has helped you all find your way today. Lieutenant Ian Morikawa, who has been one of our side boys and instrumental in setting this ceremony up. And Lieutenant Julia Forrester as well, who's been my technical conscience on this whole thing because she did it last time and has a memory that never fails, so the details are there. And all three of you dealt with a hyper and overactive XO who was wanting to deal in the minutiae of every detail, and you all did it superbly. Thank you very much. I'd also like to thank Commander Wes Sanders, our reader today, and also Commander Joel Tesher, our adjutant. You gentlemen have shepherded us through a great ceremony today. Thank you. To Master Chief Pablo Cintron, whose thoughtful guidance and mentoring on the details and nuance associated with ceremonies like this was invaluable. If you look carefully around every detail of this ceremony, you'll see his handiwork in all those details. Thank you, sir. To our very capable executive assistant, Jenna Yohn, who managed the Cuss Cup and managed the near daily changes to plans, handled all the tasks associated with this administratively, and after all that, emptied my checkbook. Jen, we could not have done this without you, so thank you. To that incredible Navy band over there, who put emotion in ceremonies like this. The music, awesome as always. Every chance I get, I go to a ceremony because I love the band. You guys rock, thank you. To our color guard, outstanding work as always. Thank you for putting the good stuff into the ceremony. And there's a couple folks I want to thank who are not here today, but those who take care of the things behind the scenes. While folks are at the front end, there's those in the background who take care of business, and our two ombudsmen, Autumn Honer and Jenny Carolla. And to all of you, I want to say thanks for what you do and what you've done for this command over the last 16 months. It's incredible, and I would love for you all to join me in a round of applause for these fantastic individuals. I'd also like to take a second or two to welcome my family, those incredible people who've stood beside me despite the fact that there were many times I was never home, and when I was home, I'd stay at work all day because I like to work late, because I love quiet time. And believe it or not, now and then I would come home every once in a while, and I would see you guys, and I would like to mention Cheryl here, my lovely bride, my children Daniel and Jess, who could not be here with us today. They were always there. You were always there for me, and I'll always be there for you. I'd also like to welcome my other extended family, Madonna, Chuck, and Rana, who've come today in honor of today. Thank you. To my outside Minnesota relatives, those who don't live in Minnesota, in Stearns County, within a 5-mile radius of each other, actually in the same neighborhood, my Uncle Howard and my cousin Kelly, actually my cousin Kelly. And of course to my best Coronado, California friends, Skipper Rob Huntington from TAC Run 11 and his lovely bride Cynthia. Welcome. I'd also like to say a couple words about my dad and mom, who could not be here today. Dad didn't like to travel without his buddy Mom. She made sure that he was everywhere he needed to be all the time, every time. Mom was always there, making sure he was where he needed to be. Mom's here today too. She's what's making it so hot out here. She's putting pressure on us to get this thing done. And she's saying, would you hurry up already? So I will, Mom, thanks. I know you're here. I'm glad it's cloudy so we don't feel all that heat. Like Captain Simmons, I'd also like to welcome Mr. Johns from OSD. Thank you. It's an honor to have you here. Mr. Balaz is not here today, but I want to mention him, and of course Mr. West as our deputy at FRC. I want to thank you guys for your guidance and leaderships through the OSD process and also through our deputy headquarters staff. I'd like to welcome Enterprise Commodores, former COs and XOs, current COs and XOs from the FRC Nation. It's great being in your company today. Also our ESC, our FRC Southwest leaders, our artisans, mechanics, and of course, those folks who stand guard over us every day and allow us to do what we do every day, as Admiral Sohl mentioned earlier, who stand behind you, keeping watch on all of you, our sailors, our officers, and our Chief Petty Officers. I'd like to offer all of you a welcome and thank you for being with us today. Of special mention, Commander Brett Engel and Commander Bobby Savan, who husband those sailors you see behind you today. Thank you for everything you have done. And I also like to finally welcome Craig and Cynthia. You are joining a great team led by great people and who execute maintenance better than no other. Welcome aboard. It's great to have you here with us today. It's great to be with all of you. In the tradition of the incoming CO, I'll keep it short, and I promise to keep it no more than 30 minutes. It's boards, like we have Friday boards, so today will be like that. I'll keep it short. But I want to share with you a quick vision of where I see our organization, where we need to go, and what we can do, what we're capable of. First and foremost, our organization, Fleet Readiness Southwest, is defined by what our mission is, which is to generate readiness. It's in our name. We generate readiness for the fleet and for the warfighters of this nation. We do it every day. It requires our able attachment to that task. Readiness is what we do. We do this supporting of the warfighter by delivering critical readiness-enabling products for aircraft engines and components. We do this no matter when or where we are called upon by our customers and clients. We do so in a way that makes us good stewards to the taxpayers and to our environment. We deliver readiness by investing in our future. We deliver readiness by valuing every employee sailor who works here and investing in their development, and by acknowledging that our best and brightest have something to offer. We see this by seeing downstream and improving our facilities through technology insertion and improving our facilities so that we remain viable to the nation. We meet our mission by enabling effective execution. We do this through communication with linkages and connections between FRC Southwest and those we support and those who support us. That's because we're part of an enterprise. When execution is effectively enabled, it allows us to improve our products and our product reliability. Again, this makes us viable and relevant to our customers now and in the future. It makes FRC Southwest the go-to team for readiness all the time. We are also committed to excellence. In execution of our mission, we cannot and will not stray from our obligations to our customers, to our workforce, or to the taxpayer. In excellence, we deliver to promise. We are compliant with maintenance, safety, financial, and environmental policy. We measure ourselves so that we can improve. We weed out efficiency, and we strive to do things better, not just when we want to, but every single day. And we do that even when it's hard. We are committed to one another as teammates, not as competitors. We respect each other and support each other's growth as an employee and as a sailor. We support each other's skill development. We support diversity, inclusion, and acknowledge this simple fact that every sailor and civilian, regardless of rank, time in service, or time aboard, has something of value to offer the nation and something to offer this great organization. Affirmation of that fact is when our customers come back and ask us to do more. and they are always asking us to do more. I will conclude by noting that everything I have mentioned there is not possible without every member of our team embodying two simple core constructs: organizational competence and employee confidence. The first, organizational competence, means having the knowledge that no matter what the challenge, our workforce is fully enabled and can respond and deal with any constraint that can impact our ability to meet the mission. We gain this competence through trained people, ready facilities and equipment, able skill sets, and a results-oriented focus. Second of our core is employee confidence, which enables us to ensure that our fundamental ways of doing business are appropriate and sound. We recognize that Hail Mary passes and diving catches, while feel good in the short term, should only be used when we answer a red stripe or an immediate crisis. And we recognize that those methods of operation are no way to sustain capability and consistently meet the mission. We achieve this confidence by ensuring open communication across all areas of our organization, by leveraging cooperative engagement between our competencies and the product lines they support, and by recognizing that our organization is not perfect and must evolve, and to do so requires accountability to task. Finally, it is achieved by knowing that we can count on each other, and every time that we are called upon, we can count on each other. We also recognize in that task that recognizing that is an honor, and to work at FRC Southwest is truly a privilege, and that our war fighters and the folks Admiral mentioned today rely on our talents and need all of us to give our absolute best every single day on every single task. In summary, here at Southwest, we generate readiness for the nation, for the fleet, for our own organization, and for our workforce. Generating readiness is what we do, and I am happy to be your partner as we achieve this mission. Thank you for allowing me to share this vision with you today, and for joining Don, Craig, and the entire Southwest team in a celebration of success on this very special day. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the benediction by Chaplain Carlson.
Let us pray. Almighty and eternal God, I thank you for the opportunity we have had this morning to be a part of this very prestigious change of command ceremony. In light of the truism expressed by Gandhi that action determines priorities, I pray that the stellar actions day to day of this command would help to actualize the priorities of readiness and excellence just expressed. Priorities that are congruent to meet the challenges that were expressed today of our nation and our Navy. We know that this command is up to the task with this leadership. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of this very special event. Bless us now as we go forth in your most holy and precious and mighty name. Amen and amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our ceremony. Thank you for attending. Guests, please join Captain Simmons and Captain Pfannenstein for a cake cutting ceremony on the flight deck. Adjutant, take charge and carry out the plan of the day.